Hola! I am Denise with Unexpected Virtual Tours, where we host radically creative and DEI event for remote and hybrid teams. And welcome back to Coming to Terms, where we trace the roots of the words and ideas that make up our world. Today we're delving into the fascinating history of the terms Hispanic, Latinx, and Latinė. We'll explore their origins, how they've evolved, and how they're used to describe these very different cultures and communities. So click like and subscribe to our channel, and let's dive right in. The term Hispanic traces its roots back to the 1960s and 70s when the U.S. government sought to categorize people with origins from Spanish-speaking countries. It was introduced as a pan-ethnic label to identify individuals with ties to Spanish-speaking cultures, particularly Spain. Countries like Mexico, Puerto Rico, Cuba, and many others were included under this umbrella term. However, it's essential to recognize that Hispanic primarily refers to linguistic ties, highlighting the shared Spanish language as a common thread among these diverse cultures. In recent years, we've seen the emergence of the term Latinx as a response to the limitations of Hispanic. While Hispanic had its strengths in reference to shared language, it was criticized for lacking inclusion of the many people of Indigenous and Afro-Latino roots. For some time, the traditional alternative to Hispanic was Latino for males and Latina for females. This binary approach excluded non-binary and gender non-conforming individuals. That's where Latinx comes in. And it was an opportunity to create a more inclusive, gender-neutral term that embraced all members of the Hispanic and Latin American communities, regardless of their gender identity. But there's a big glaring problem with that term, Latinx. The letter X isn't used in Spanish the same way it's used in English, especially in the US. So instead, there's another term coming into use that you might see more and more of. It's a Spanish way of being more inclusive, and that brings us to Latinė. Latinė is simply a more natural way for Spanish-speaking communities to make the same well-intentioned point the Americanized term Latinx was trying to convey. Now, let's emphasize the importance of recognizing the vast cultural diversity within these communities. Countries like Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, along with all the nations of Latin America, each have unique histories, traditions, and costumes. And using Hispanic or Latinė as an umbrella term may help us highlight the shared linguistic and historical connections, but it's crucial that we respect and appreciate the individuality of each culture. That's why you may hear someone from Argentina self-identify not just as Latinė, but as Argentinian. Or a person with Colombian heritage may not say they're Latino, but rather Colombiano. By celebrating the many distinct cultures that make up the larger group, we foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of each other's heritage. Identity is a multi-layered concept, and it is not just about where you come from or the language you speak. It includes your family, your upbringing, your traditions, and even the experiences of living in different countries. Some individuals may identify strongly with their specific heritage, while others may embrace a more pan-ethnic identity. It's essential to acknowledge that self-identification varies from person to person. Respecting how individuals choose to define their own identities is a key aspect of fostering inclusivity within our communities. In a world that constantly evolves, so do the words we use to describe ourselves and others. This is a good thing, and we should embrace that evolution. The terms Hispanic, Latinx, and Latinė are just a part of this ongoing conversation. Let's use them with awareness and respect, understanding their origins and the intention behind their usage. Well, that's all our time for now. But we would love to keep the conversation going in the comments, and we hope this video has shed light on the roots of these terms, Hispanic and Latinx, and how they're used to describe unique cultures within these diverse communities. To find our blogs, newsletter, and more information about our live and immersive virtual events like our Hispanic and Latinx Heritage Month experience, visit our website, unexpectedvirtualtours.com. All right, until next time, viva la diversidad! Goodbye. Adios.